And good day. This is a podcast about. Oh, see, I already messed up, but I can keep
Doing
going, right?
script
Just
is
keep
hard,
going.
dude.
All right.
That's why I can't do
So,
it.
all right. Now I'm not scripting. I'm trying to start the introduction. Like, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
all right,
Like,
all right.
welcome to say, okay, welcome to Saints, Sinners, and Sobriety, recovery based podcast. All right. I'm going to start it off like this. Uh, it's not about willpower. Picture this. Your brain has a go button. It's dopamine. Every time you do something, life wants you to repeat it. Eat, laugh, hug someone. Your brain hits that button. Ding, feel good, do it again. Addiction is when something hijacks that button. Substances like alcohol, nicotine, opiates, behavior like gambling, scrolling, porn, they don't just press the button, they duct tape it down. Your brain gets flooded with 5 to 10 times
It's more
dopamine
than
its
that.
normal life. Yeah, well, whatever. Uh, your brain responds. I think I got to start that all over because he interrupted me.
It's just hanging out. A shot of meth is like 12 times the dopamine. Meth is a hit of
What?
meth is like 12 times the
Well,
dopamine.
we're close. 5 to 10. We'll keep it in that range. So people will. It's better math. You can add that up better, I guess. If this is the new norm, I need to turn down the volume. So it does. That's tolerance. And now normal life feels gray. That's withdrawal. And the only thing that makes that gray go away is the same thing that caused it. That's the trap. This isn't moral failure. It's a neurochemistry. MRI scans show it. Addiction literally changes your prefrontal cortex, the part that says maybe don't. Just stop. Doesn't work. We treat addiction like it's a choice, but try telling someone with diabetes to just make more insulins. All right. So now that you had a quarrel about the fucking 5 to 10 asshole, so talk to us about the more that it shoots up the dopamine, which that's the question you should have saved at the end, you fucking turd bucket. So, but what do you mean? So why is it more than what I said it was? I think I used
Oh,
AI for that.
all right. I've always heard 12, and whatever you do on top of it, it multiplies it by that too. You know what I mean? Like you're fucking or gambling or whatever, you're multiplying it 12 times more than that. And it's just like to show how much that really is. I think busting a nut is 2 times dopamine, and doing coke is like 4 times dopamine, but meth is 12 times. So it's fucking, it's just that much more flooded. You know what I mean?
No,
Is this facts?
All right, I haven't seen it. Like, I don't know where you back it all up at, but it's like every counselor or person that like has a little bit of information in their head, you know. But counselors would say the same thing. I was in rehab a month ago, or 6 weeks ago.
right. All right. So let me go some more and see what you think. All right. Predictator of relapse isn't weakness. It's stress plus easy access, isolation. We've built a world full of all three. Casino apps in our pocket, alcohol on every corner, and we shame people into hiding. The method will the method we need to kill We love a good rock bottom story. But waiting for a rock bottom story is like waiting for a heart attack to start exercising. Addiction is a disease of disconnection. Joanne Hari put it best. The opposite of addiction is sobriety. Isn't sobriety, it's connection. Rats in an empty cage, rats in empty cages will choose cocaine water until they overdose. But put those rats in a cage in a rat park with friends, toys, space, and they'll most likely ignore the drugs. Humans are the same way. We get we don't get addicted because of the circumstance. We get addicted because we're in an empty cage. So what actually works? Three things, and none of them start with try harder. Change your cage. Your environment runs your habit. Delete the app. Change routine. Change routine home. Your routine home. Tell your people willpower is overrated. Design is underrated. Replace, don't just remove. Brain hates a vacuum. If you take out the drugs, but don't add connection, purpose, movement, you'll snap back. AA works partly because it replaces bar time with meeting time, slot time, new script. Treat the pain, not just the behavior. 60% of people with addiction have underlying trauma, depression, or anxiety. If we only take away the coping mechanisms without healing the wound, we're just white knuckling. The call from the shame to science. If you're struggling, you're not broken, you're hijacked. And hijacked system can be reclaimed. Cut both ways. Every day you don't use, every text you send instead of using, every meeting you walk into, that's you rewiring back. If you love someone struggling, stop asking why don't they just stop? Start asking why the pain. Then help them. Change the cage. Bring rat parks to them and for all of us. The next time you see addiction, don't see a junkie or an alcohol. See a human whose go button got hijacked in the world that profits off of keeping it trapped down. The solution isn't stigma. The solution isn't more stigma. It's more science, more compassion, and more places for people to belong before they break. Because nobody gets clean in a world that wants them to stay numb. Okay, so
That's
that's
pretty
that
good.
part. So, well, thank you. So, what's your chime on addiction? And how did we get here anyway? By the way, my name is Paul. This is Sean. And the fearless Foster is my lovely wife, Naja. That's what this is called her. Sometimes she'll be here, sometimes she won't. We also have another person, her name Stephanie. Sometimes she'll be here, sometimes she won't. Sean thinks that he was only here for once a week. He not only did not know that he just signed up for every
I
day.
kind of
So,
thought that.
but he'll
I
get
kind of
used to,
thought that.
huh? Yeah, so he'll get used to it, but everybody else will come and go as they please. And again, this is a recovery based podcast, and this is about our journey. And my wife, she's quizzitive. She doesn't know. She hasn't been part of this life, only with me. So
Outside
she's
looking
new.
in
So
too,
she'll have
kind
a
of.
lot of questions. Right. Yeah. So, you know, and again, this is our way. Could be something that helps you out. Couldn't be, whatever.
Yeah.
So, Sean, How'd you get to this point? First of all, how we meet?
Uh,
Do you remember?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure we were going to fight the same people, something like that.
Ninth
It's
grade, around ninth grade. Yep, right. We met around ninth grade. That I would have to remotely say that is the start of my high.
yeah,
As bad as that
yeah,
sound,
not
but it
ninth
wasn't
grade
with
joint.
you. So, but do you remember the first time you got high
Yeah, it was
and
definitely it
what
was
year?
not ninth grade. Uh, wait, was it ninth grade?
Okay.
Yeah, it
All
wasn't
right.
eighth
Well,
grade.
this is
Ninth
like
grade.
a yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah. Do you remember with
I'm not
who?
sure. I would guess and say my brother, Joe Toner, Tim Lamb, something like that.
Mine
Yeah,
was with Nate. Nate Stevens. Yeah. First day of school.
yeah.
First day in
I bet
ninth
you my
grade.
first time was
Yeah,
like
I
waiting on the
remember.
bus stop. Maybe not the first day, but something like that.
Same here. Same here. First day. I walked to the bus stop. You know, I only knew the people that I knew. And for that reason, they weren't at that bus stop at the time. And Nate was there and he was like, yo, you smoke weed?
Mm.
I'm like, yeah. High school. I didn't know if he went to this high school or not before. So I'm like, hey, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Needless to say, I was wrecked the
Yep.
rest of the
How
day.
you pull that one off?
Completely. Seriously. I don't know. I have no idea, but it happened. I don't remember everything, but it happened. So that was that day. And I don't think I really turned back from that point. I think I gradually graduated onto different things, but we'll get into that.
So do you think weed is a gateway
I
drug?
think it just so happens to be the first one everyone tries.
No, I would, besides alcohol, alcohol would probably be
Fair
the
assumption.
first thing most people try, maybe. You know, you might be a cannon if you come
Right?
straight out the gate to some alcohol, to some freaking dope, and and so glad that my wife asked that question because um I really don't believe any drug is the gateway or alcohol is the gateway. I really believe it's person, places, and things that are the gateway
Yeah.
because you could take the drug away from a person and never introduce them to it, or they don't never see it and they could stay away from it completely and never know anything about it. But if they have a friend or they're in a place where somewhere where they see it constant or their friend is doing it, there's a good chance that that's my doctor trying to confirm my shot. Isn't
What was
it
that?
tomorrow? Anyway, put them to
Oh,
voicemail. But where was I at? So yeah, I mean, it's just the person, place, and things effect for that I believe. And then if you were in pain and you took the medication, it's still the person, place, and thing. I mean, some people could say, the oxycodone that they take would be the gateway for them because that was what they had started
yeah.
off with. But then, wait, what if they were alcohol? What if they drank before they was
Yeah.
introduced to
I
the
drank before I smoked
what
weed.
you call it?
Sure.
Right. Well, I drank too before I smoked weed, but I wasn't like, no. And matter of fact, I mean, I ain't really started. I mean, I might have had a swig or something that my parents gave me. Like everything started for me because I was in more freedom because, I was I was a little trapped, growing up. Me might have say, we'll get into that another time. But, you know, as soon as I got let go, you know what I mean? Basically, bitch, you took my blinkers off. It was a wrap for me. So I was into anything that anybody else was into at that time because I was new and I had just got my reins let go. You know what I mean? Like my leash was going basically, and I didn't care about anything. I was at that point. You know what I mean? So that's where I was at with that. So I really don't think, I don't know about you think, but my opinion on weed, any kind of drug, it's not, they're not the gateway.
With
It's the
lack
person,
of
places, and things.
person, places, things. So, I mean,
Right.
yeah,
It's the crowd you hang out with, basically. You know what I mean? You're not going to be the only person in that crowd not getting high. I mean, you might be for the first month, 2 months, maybe you get a year in. but eventually it's most
I
likely
think
it'll
no matter
wear
what,
down on you.
everyone gets high. At some point, they try something, try it a little bit, whatever. They don't like it. They never, they don't have to deal with it anymore. Like some people just go back a little bit.
Right.
I would agree with that. So
Who
what makes you
knows?
like it though?
Like I don't think I'd like it at first.
I mean, but do you have a conscience? Like at any point you guys were hanging out with these people, did you have any type of conscience? Be like, this might be a bad
You know what?
idea,
I
but
just figured
F
it
it,
was
I'm gonna
something
do it
that
anyway.
most kids did at some point. So it was like, and most kids survived the world. So what's fuck?
And I guess mainly me personally, I guess I was more along the lines of like, again, I was always the new person. So this was like a new start for me. And, so I was more like, hey, I'm going with the crowd. And that was because, like I said, I didn't really know good from, my family, I thought were just as bad. You know what I mean? And then I meet friends that, are getting, and they're having fun. So like, I'd rather do this than be at home in my room getting beat or, being told that, I can't do this, so it was a whole nother I was rebelling most of the time
And I
in
kind of
my
like
act
did
out
whatever I could
years.
get away with. So
Even yeah, so I was more like basically I didn't have accountability and all my actions were referred to I'm doing this because of what that. You know what I mean? So basically, that's where, you know, uh, I s- I think my drugs came from more of trauma based, uh, trying to avoid um some shit from the past that always kept coming up, and my drug of choices were the drugs that would completely alter that mood, except one, and that was the dipper. The dipper didn't really alter enhanced whatever mood
now you're saying
you
that's
were
why you did it the first
you're
time, or the
in at that
first,
time.
when you just got started, or
Well, no, when I first got when I first I mean the
that? All right,
continuous
yeah.
use, but when I first got started, it was just because everybody else was doing it. You know what I mean? And I just wanted to be a part of everybody else's crowd. I mean, like I said, I was brand new, so and then everybody, it was like kind of like I was like a handful of black. You know what I mean? So it was like, you know what I mean? It was kind of a little different. And we weren't in the stage where, everybody was welcome at that time. It still was
Yeah.
some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And so, the nigger words and and I was young, so at the time, and then I was just trying to show off, trying to, prove to people, yo, I'm big and bad like everybody else. So basically, my whole persona was basically all scripted and made up. You know what I mean? Because of I was just trying to be a part of whatever was going on because I was always moving from place to place, so I never had got a build a foundation,
You got to build
so to
whatever
say.
you
Damn,
want,
I almost
whatever
tripped
what
over
you
the
wanted.
joint.
You want to be that dude.
Right. So I basically, I portrayed a lot of the like who I acted to be. You know what I mean? Like so all the criminality and the wanting to fight people and just even the drugs and all that. That was just me rebelling. That was just me just rebelling and not accepting accountability. You know, so that took a lot of place in the reasons why I wanted to always do drugs, always do criminal shit. It was just like fuck it, fuck you, fuck the world. I didn't, you know, and then I just was always looking for answers,
And
and
I
I
don't know if
just
it was
never
like
knew why, and
the
it just drove me
times
crazy
too. You
to a
know what I
point
mean? Like
where
it seemed like every I don't know, if you were doing something bad, it was cool. If you were doing, yeah, but I don't think kids like that are like that now, for real. Oh,
yeah, no, I think they're on the opposite thing. You got to be a
yeah.
nerd to be the cool people, which I'm fine with that too. Um, but if you see what's in the background too, that's my big head cousin, and like he's a little rapper and stuff, and that might be the music in front of the introduction. Right, right, right. How long we been on this basketball camp
Where does it
anyway?
say that?
I don't know. 20 minutes. Okay, so we got a couple more minutes. So basically, the format, like I said, my best friend, my main man, my family homie, you know what I mean, my main mamie, my main damie. He thought it was probably he admitted that he knew it was going to be an everyday thing. So you can look forward to it. It's going to be a lot more in depth. We're going to be again talking about addiction, recovery, and what it maintains to be recovered. My main damie, he is a little bit fresher, so he will be able to um hit the points on the beginning stages. I lapsed, I guess you would say, because I did it for like like almost a year. So I can consider that maybe a lapse. I was 4 years clean, maybe, or was that a full blown relapse? That was a full blown relapse. Okay, I go with a full blown relapse. I was clean for 4 years, and maybe a little short under 4 years, and I relapsed for a little under a year.
Yeah, I think
And I'm thinking what?
that's pretty good that you bounced back from it like you did, real. Because that's 4 years, a long time, and a year in is a long fucking time to get out, for real.
Oh. Right. It is. And it was. It felt like a long time. And like I said, there'll be more. It wasn't like it was a split decision, but guarantee you, like there was a lot of stuff that started popping up to me that I caught. Like, whoa, I seen this before. Whoa. I see, wait, shit is getting wait, hey. The DUI really did it. One of the things that did it. The DUI really did it because that really hurt me. And then I knew before the first time I got locked up in the addiction, you know what I'm saying? It went completely downhill after that. And I kept saying, oh, it's only one thing. It's only one thing. And I ended up coming up with a robbery at the end of that journey.
You know what it is? It's when you get charges or
hey,
DUIs or crash cars, like there's evidence of it now. It ain't just in your head. It ain't just what's going on with you.
right.
So,
Yeah. So that was a big wake up call for me. So I guess I owed that. I'm still fighting that, but I definitely owed that to a thing. I owe some things again that will come up a little later that made my decision too. But I thought I was crazy first before I had admitted that it was just the drugs. So, and that was brings us to here. So I'm probably like what, 7 months clean now. Now again, that's clean as in no dope, no meth, no coke, no no dipper, PCP,
Still smokes weed.
none of it. Yeah, still smoke weed. I have occasional drink every now and then. That's it. Felt like I can do that. I wasn't. Everything else was easy for
and
me.
that's
It's easy to
about
just say
the
no.
psychedelics.
I just don't want to be. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like the end of psychedelics. Yeah, but
they're not a
Add
problem.
that in
They're
there.
never a problem for anybody.
we'll
That's
keep
the
that
thing.
on the low when Stephanie's here. Yeah. Right. But but still,
Their own opinion.
it is right. But this is for we want everybody's opinion. So if you have an opinion or you have a comment or you want to maybe join the show one day and discuss, have a conversation with us, make sure to make like, subscribe, follow, and what's that, John? Comment, like, subscribe, follow. Yep. Oh, what's those hotlines too? Spit those hotlines, get those up. And if it's an emergency, make sure you call 911. Be sure of that. And I give you my personal hotlines that I love the best. You can find it in the Bible, the Torah, and the Quran. They're great outlooks. And
My goodness.
what?
Dial 988 for suicide help. 988 for suicide help. And 911 for an emergency.
Hey,
And John 3:16 for the Bible if you want to follow Jesus.
hey, okay. See, so she came back aboard. Hey, that's a hotline. Don't tell me that Jesus Christ, Muhammad, and Moses is not a hotline.
Oh, they got enough time to get into that
Make sure
already.
you get there.
How
Huh?
long is this thing?
Huh?
You got enough time to get into that?
Oh well, I
You
mean,
got time to get into
I
it.
don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Get
if he's
into
got a
it,
story, he's
Sean.
got to go
what
for
are
his
we?
Moses's.
Oh, my tantrum. No. We're not. Oh yeah. No. This is going to be on that podcast, but that's going to be a different show. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna get into that. My wife doesn't like to do what's it called? I mean, we could probably do it. Extra work, right? That's what it's about. We want to talk about the Saints. We don't want to talk about the Saints. Listen, I don't want to get into the fact that I don't want to get in the fact that Jesus made the wrong move and when he went to Moses' hometown. That's all I'm just saying. Listen, in the Quran, I'm Muslim, by the way. You know, we're Muslim, me and my wife. So at the end of the day, it tells us that we are supposed to believe in the books and the prophets. And Jesus is one of God's prophets. So why can't I love Jesus? That's what I'm saying. Why? I mean, I understand Muhammad is my prophet, but is he just my prophet? No, Jesus is my prophet too. I think 8 pound 6 ounce Jesus was was a miracle. So at the end of the day, I want to follow Jesus. Plus, Jesus went to jail. Huh? His chicken is a miracle. So however he got that ingredient for that chicken, I'm just saying that's a miracle.
I
Have
don't
you
think
ever had
so.
some Jesus chicken?
Oh
My
God, stop.
I don't know what you. I don't know what. What am I? Hold on. Is that a good thing? We have Muhammad chicken.
That's
You know,
Muhammad's chicken.
I deal with Muhammad every once in a while. Yeah, that's Muhammad's chicken. It's allowed. Anything. Yeah. Right. There's no pork at Kane, so you know what I mean. Big up Canes for the no pork for the Muslims. Hey, he didn't even want his dogs to eat the pork, so you know what I mean.
I think
Look at
dogs
this
ain't
guy.
supposed to eat pork for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't
we
know
don't.
why.
Yeah, we don't feed them pork either.
Probably.
Yeah, that's a possibility. The pesticides or something. Yeah, it's probably. Man, who gives a shit? Again, go check that man out. Great artist and his whole clan, Piranha School. They're pretty dope. So, Sean, when are you going to be ballsy to show your little
When I'm
fat
not in
ass
my
face?
nastiest room, so everyone don't think I'm that nasty.
You need to.
I've washed my sheets, sure,
There's she goes.
once in a
She's
while.
going for the jokey jokes. She goes straight for the jugular jokes. She don't even give it time. She just goes straight for the
Yeah,
straight for the jug. So we could probably do the first half about sober and sobriety, and then cut it like Pat McAfee though, and then you know what I mean, and then we just go off on a tantrum
like
about
Pat
other shit.
McAfee.
I mean, we could always do that, especially if we're in the mood. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like McAfee. That's my dog, bro. And he did the same thing that I wanted to do. I'm pulling all you turkeys with us, and we're gonna make something fucking good. For real. I get tired of everybody getting paid off of something I'm better than them at. No, I'm really not though. I'm a little bit plain, but I'm not. What's the D
Was
for on the
D
end of your name?
like my last name?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure you're not trying to be perverted on this rated PG 13 channel here.
This is rated whatever you want it to be rated.
I mean, yeah. Right now, no, he's not the center no more. Well, was he? Is he the center? I thought I was the center. I think what's her name? You and what's her name's the saint.
I would think April's the saint.
He's the center. Yeah, showing sobriety. Yeah, saint and Nadia. Yeah, probably not. But we're gonna get that to Nadia. Yeah. Okay, so we'll give the saint to Steph. Yeah, she just sober. He's just a part of the Silver Crew. She doesn't get a name. Naja in the box. Naja box. Box Naja. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll what time is it? Yeah, we'll get up some cools like goodbyes and stuff like that. Do you have any closing statements showing about your
Um,
life or
your
whatever?
intro was good,
About or
and
what do you take out of
a
the
lot of it hit right where it was. I think it would get across to a lot of people if they heard it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Okay. So correct. All right. In a little bit. I'm not perfect. All right. I
And
will
somebody
have some
recently told
mistakes.
me
Just check
they
out
said
how cool.
the other thing is about the dopamine that's not naturally made. It, I think it doesn't hang around to discharge right away or something. It somehow makes it even worse. I forget.
Well, maybe we have to
But
do some
still,
research on
or
that. Furthermore, we are really not into dope. None of us. So I don't know if our other guests are. So again, if you uh, are familiar with it in recovery or want to be recovery or want to come, you know, eh, right. I mean, even so, right, 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 or
I
just come
real
and join,
a lot of
or
what I
want to
wanted to do
come
was
and just
to
talk and join the show.
is anybody who was thinking about getting their shit together or even giving it a try or whatever. Some of the stuff we talk about, you get them like,
Right.
oh, okay, that's normal then. Oh, okay, like yeah,
Hmm.
when me and Claudia first started,
Right.
she didn't know that everybody in the room wanted another line of cocaine. She had no idea, so she was weird about it. And I'm like, everyone in here wants another line of cocaine. Ain't no. She didn't know that there was an addictive anything to drugs. When she first started, like some people just don't know.
Whoa. Right. Right. No.
Yeah, but
Where? Right.
who would even think to ask that
Right. Because
question? Like, you
I
know what I
with
mean? Like,
her,
I thought you just assume you do drugs, you want to do more drugs when you know it when they run out.
I right. Like, why you ask that? No. I was like,
Well,
well,
yeah, but
to
yeah,
get high
yeah, right.
because we
Oh,
need the
and you know
money,
what? When I
or
was
you
younger,
know what
when
I
she
mean?
was younger, I definitely had way less of a conscience, and it was like it was I don't know.
Like she was baffled that I said people would suck a dick for fucking drugs. She was baffled. I was like,
Yeah,
I was like,
all the
come on.
tough guys that come into
I'm like, come
prison
on,
when they're
stop.
done, when they're done sucking dicks, they come in there.
And they're done and they're snorting spit up their nose to get high. Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. That's when it's time for me to stop. I'm not trying to go to jail anyway, but if it came down to that and I was in jail and I had to snort him, and then I had one cellie that even heated that shit up.
Yeah,
So you might as well just took that shit
yeah.
straight out that nigga mouth.
That's
Yeah, that's me. You know what I mean? That was exactly that was exactly his that was exactly his drink too. You know what I mean? No, no, oh my God. Okay, so at least she knows. And then I tell her, listen, I have expectation for you. I don't really have expectation for a lot of other people. And Sean, he's going to know anyway. So I don't need to show. You know what I mean? That's why me and it's like we're on the same page. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we could talk and we don't have to break down. I feel like when she do it, it's more like she's trying to be facetious or be ignorant about the situation. So I'm like, hey, bitch, who you think you're talking to?
well, you know what? That's what happens. I mean, that's what
You do.
happens. Couples
And
can't talk about everything that other people can. You get eventually. You're confrontational.
right, because at the end of the day, I think
Yeah.
she thinks she's better than me. You know, I think she thinks she's slicker than me, and I gotta let her know, hey, she ain't slicker than me. Oh, and you see her like, that's a given. That ain't no given. She don't know I'll backhand the shit out of her in this joint. Yeah, right. That's how she talk about she put Vaseline on so she's slicker than me. Okay. Fucking geek. She's such a geek. I can't stand her though sometimes. I love the shit out of her, but I can't stand her sometimes. She knows it. I tell her it's like Married with Children. I'm like Al Bundy. I got listen,
Kelly.
Kelly, I got Kelly Bundy downstairs. but already left, you know what I mean? Freaking and here go Peg always trying to snuggle up with me and shit. I'm like, no. All right, so let's end that. All right, so my closing statement is own your past, change your future. Until next time.
That was
Peace,
hard
sinners,
too.
and sobriety.